Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's second visit to the nation's capital in less than a year has now come to an end. He again had strong words as he rallied lawmakers and other dignitaries for their support. The question now is, were those words enough to convince Capitol Hill to continue to fund his counteroffensive against Russia? NBC's Alice Barr reports.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy arriving in Canada to keep up his campaign for more support in his nation's fight against Russia. Zelenskyy set to address Canadian Parliament today after making his case in Washington in a whirlwind day capped by a stirring speech at the National Archives.
Never again will Russia manage to destroy any other nation.
That following a White House sit-down where President Biden pledged an additional $325 million in military aid. That's separate from the $24 billion that President Biden wants Congress to approve.
The entire world has a stake in making sure that no nation, no aggressor, is allowed to take a neighbor's territory by force.
On Capitol Hill, President Zelenskyy pressed lawmakers to keep standing with his nation as opposition to more Ukraine funding grows louder among some House Republicans.
We're very concerned about accountability.
Some House conservatives pushing to remove Ukraine funding from a defense spending bill that failed to advance once again yesterday. The Pentagon hoping for a solution that keeps the Ukraine funds included.
We do not want to see Russia succeed in its unprovoked war against Ukraine.
Even as concerns mount over the House stalemate holding up government funding with just over a week left to prevent a shutdown. That Pentagon spokesperson told me the Defense Department is making contingency plans for a potential government shutdown. House members headed home for the weekend with no clear end to the standoff in sight, though Speaker McCarthy insists there is still time to make a deal. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.